This is the number 99 Pro Stock of Wayne Dion, the victor last week here at Seekonk Speedway. Welcome to Speedway Heat, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Pete Silva, along with John Ring and Tom Ring. And we've got quite a show for you here at Seekonk Speedway. Hopefully we'll see Wayne Dion do well again.
Yeah, if you might have saw our last show here on Fox 64, the last Pro Stock race, where Wayne was taken out on the last lap. He talked about how well his car was working. He went out last week and proved it. We want to see tonight if it's working for him tonight. Track reporter John Ring.
Well, we're going to talk to Wayne Dion about his victory last week. We're also going to talk to Matt Dewey, a guy who kind of leapfrogged from the street stocks into the pro stocks last year and didn't have a very good season. However, last week he came in third with a great run. We're going to find out what happened.
He did a great job indeed. So all of that and more right here at Speedway Heat. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Speedway Heat. I'm Pete Silva, along with Tom Ring. We're watching the SSTs, Tom, the truck division, as they begin their feature race tonight. The green flag is down. Look at that, 3 wide across the start-finish line here at Seekonk. That's kind of unusual. That 3 truck is Jeff Carter down on the inside groove, trying to fight on the outside, or the center at this point is the 94 of Dawn Carrero. I think a newcomer in the division.
Yeah, and she was on the pole. She was a little slow off the start there, so that caused a little bit of difficulty for the other drivers around her.
So it's a 3 wide drag race down the front straight as they make their way into turn 2. Now Dawn trying to get a little muscle, a little lead down the back straight. 61 truck coming up behind her. Norm Holden, a veteran racer here.
He had a hard time last week, crashed in with Jeff Thompson. They were both in the top 5 at the time.
So we're keeping our eyes now. You saw a truck fading as our camera went by. The battle going on now between the 61 and the 52. Darling, Dave Darling in that 52, another veteran driver.
That's Ethel Mato on the outside along the back rail now. About to be lapped is the 52 truck of Dave Darling.
Dave Darling.
And Norm Holden fight for the lead.
Darling doing a great job. Second in the point standings coming into tonight's racing with 134. Down into the pit lane goes the 34.
No, that was a number 12.
12, excuse me. I was looking at 2 things at one time. Can't multitask here. It's the 52 of Darling, still your current leader in this truck division. A lot of open room for Dave Darling. And we've got a caution out now with a spin on turn 2. We'll try to get a camera on that for you, ladies and gentlemen. Tom, this truck division, they're looking very, very good. A lot of drivers have moved up in the divisions or left other divisions to race here. That's the 26 of Mark DeJesus.
DeJesus.
Oh, DeJesus, I stand.
You're so angry.
And now this brings us under our first caution. But a lot of these drivers, or some of these drivers, have come up from other divisions, and they find it, I guess, more entertaining, perhaps, a little less money to race the trucks.
And there's also, when you look at DeJesus here under his own power, there are also drivers who have moved down divisions. We already talked about Norm Holden as well as mentioning Jeff Thompson. Jeff Thompson right now is at the back of the field, but he is another Pro Stock driver who has decided to drive a truck.
And so Mark DeJesus comes up to the rear of the field as we try to get them realigned for a restart. Some of the drivers that have changed divisions: Norm Holden, Dave Darling, of course, Bobby Pellin, Jeff Thompson, all from other divisions now racing the trucks. We're going to take a quick break now while they realign themselves. Stick around, it's going to get hot and heavy here at Speedway Heat.
The stress of an auto accident is bad enough without worrying where to get your car's bodywork repaired. At Hollister Auto Body, we specialize in collision repair and expert color matching. We are consistently recommended by major insurance companies. Our services include free estimates, towing with our own truck, and rental car availability. Bring back your car's original showroom luster. Call Hollister Auto Body today, located on Route 6 in Seekonk.
Just a few professional mechanics tools can cost a fortune, but today you can try this professional 48-piece Metrinch dual-purpose tool set with no obligation to buy. Each tool grabs metric nuts and bolts, standard nuts and bolts, even worn or damaged nuts and bolts. You'll discover Metrinch tools are the highest quality, do at least twice the work of any wrench or socket you've ever used, or send the kit back within 30 days and your credit card will never be charged. But if you love the heft, feel, and function of these top-of-the-line tools, simply keep your Metrinch set and your credit card will be charged just 5 payments of $25.95. And Metrinch tools carry a lifetime replacement guarantee if any tool ever fails. Have your credit card ready and call the toll-free number on your screen to try Metrinch tools in this special limited free trial. You've got nothing to lose to give these amazing dual-purpose tools a try. Remember, Metrinch tools make a great gift. Prove to yourself that Metrinch is the very best. Call the toll-free number and order right now.
Rejoining us here at Speedway Heat, this is the truck division for their feature race at Seekonk Speedway. Glad you've been with us so far, the 1997 season. And we've got green, they're back underway. A lot of pro stock drivers, as we were mentioning before the break. You've got the 52 right there of Dave Darling, who's your current leader. 61, Norm Holden, formerly a pro stock driver. The pro stock, if you're not familiar with Seekonk Speedway, is technically the elite division here at the track.
Dave Darling has had a lot of success here, Pete, in the trucks. He's being followed by some veteran drivers in Norm Holden and Bobby Pelland in the number 56 truck.
A great race going on for second place. You see behind that white and blue truck of Darling. We've got a yellow flag now, report of a spin on 2. You saw it briefly to the left side of your screen. We'll get a number for you. There it is.
That's Jeff 3. Carter. De Jesus was involved in that. Once again, De Jesus runs into trouble.
Carter in 16th position in the point standings here. We got another yellow, the second caution of this feature race. As we were talking about Dave Darling, he is a driver that actually was one of the drivers that started in this truck division about 3 years ago when it was fledgling. It was sort of a way to get him back into racing. Here's the standings as we see them for this season so far. Ray Sillier in first, and that great looking number 24 with 144 points. Dave Darling, there he is, in second place. Robin Sloan, who did very well last season, Tom. Did great.
She's having some problems tonight, though. She's well back in the field.
Joey LeMay in the 17, Tom Kiefer in the 2, rounding out the top 5 for the 97 point standings so far this season here at Seekonk Speedway. Still under caution, waiting for the trucks to get realigned again. Again, this is Speedway Heat. I'm Pete Silva along with Tom Ring. John Ring is our track reporter tonight. We'll be hearing from him occasionally, getting some interviews, talking to some of the drivers as the action continues. We're going to take a quick break as you see the track officials trying to get things moving. But don't go away. This is Speedway Heat.
Are you the type of person who enjoys working with your hands? I know I always have. Turn something you enjoy doing into a career at MTTI.
MTTI works directly with companies that hire graduates. Together, they create intensive programs that'll give you the skills you need for today's job market in 20 to 30 weeks. With a 90% placement rate, MTTI is the place careers start.
Life's so much more fun making a living doing something you enjoy. Call MTTI and get your career started today.
Windows 95 is a maze, leaving you lost, alone, and with nowhere to turn. Until now, introducing Windows 95 without headaches. A fully animated 3D training video to help even the most novice computer users master Windows 95. And at just $19.95, Windows 95 without headaches is the least expensive way to learn Windows 95. So relax and let the 3D characters and zany animation of Windows 95 without headaches teach you everything you need to know in a fun, friendly, entertaining video format. Remember, Windows 95 comes with no manual, which makes Windows 95 without headaches the best relief at any price. Order yours today.
Operators are standing by, so have your credit card ready and call 1-800-784-0613. That's 1-800-784-0613. Order yours today.
Well, we're here with Robin Sloan, who's in third place of points in the SST truck division. Robin, but you have a a bigger story, which is a real special sponsor for a real big sponsor for here at Seekonk Speedway.
Yes, I do. I've acquired World Wrestling Federation this year, so it's a big boost and it's a nice promotional thing for the track.
Now, how did you come by that sponsorship?
One of my primary sponsors, Woke Musical Theater, does a little promotional stuff throughout the year with World Wrestling, and they have them up at the tent. So he actually hooked me up with them, and they wanted me to promote their King of the Ring show, which is tomorrow afternoon at the Civic Center.
That's great. Now, is this a full sponsorship for the whole year, or is it just part-time?
Yes, they're staying on all year. That was the deal that we made, and it was mostly to promote the King of the Ring show, and hopefully they'll be happy and we'll come on board again next year.
Are any of the wrestlers supposed to come out here and check out the racing?
Not this evening. Maybe when they're in town. I think they'll be in town over the summer and coming to the tent, and they came out last year, so hopefully they'll come out.
Probably great. We'll look forward to it.
Me too.
And we want to wish you a lot of luck tonight. You've been running pretty consistently, which is why you're third in the points. How do you feel about your chances tonight?
Well, I've been having a few problems today with some water in my gas and didn't have much luck in the heat and the warm-ups, so I'm starting pretty much pulling up the rear this evening. So I can only go forward. That's a good thing.
Well, we'll be keeping an eye on you.
Okay, thank you.
Well, back upstairs.
Looking for a restart here at Seekonk Speedway, the truck division on Speedway Heat. Glad you've joined us. I'm Pete Silva along with Tom Ring. Here's the trucks as you see them in that front row. The inside on the pole position, the 52, Dave Darling. On the outside is the 61 of Norm Holden. On the inside of the second row is the 56 of Bob Pellin Jr. Again, all of these drivers that we just mentioned from other divisions of Seekonk Speedway. Most of them are like the pro stock. They're back underway. We've got green. Holden now trying to make his move on the outside. So up high he goes, and Darling is able to maintain his ground on the low inside groove. Fox 1 at Seekonk Speedway. Ray Sullier, their points leader so far, that 24 right behind him.
Obviously, the pressure on Dave Darling is pretty intense. He has that truck really working well, but these guys are after him pretty hard, so he's really working hard. It's obvious to him. Now he's got a little more track to work with.
Darling breaking free of the pack. Sullier now in second place, got ahead of Norm Holden as they continue to fight. Darling really has it locked up as they head toward the halfway mark. Your leader, Dave Darling, just completed, and we're under yellow again. Dave Darling had just completed a 16.6 second lap, and the number 1 truck of Billy Clark involved in that caution.
Got loose in turn 2 and spun it around and couldn't get out of the way.
Third caution of the evening.
Veteran Billy Clark, this is the first time we've seen him in the truck this year, I believe. His son Brian is driving a truck that was prepared by the Clarks. Last year, Billy started the season in the truck, and then Brian kind of took over, I believe. This year, they both have trucks out there. Brian is in the number 21 truck.
Tom, is this a reasonable way to get into racing here at Seekonk? Reasonable, of course, meaning financially.
Well, you're probably the easiest truck you can get, the easiest vehicle you can get into would be the Formula 4, because those have the claimer rule. They're very inexpensive, but certainly this is a good way to go. I really think that the trucks probably with the level of competition out here right now, as well as the fact that the trucks are pretty unique, you might be better off getting some experience in a lower division and then moving into the trucks.
Formula 4, of course, is the entry-level division. You won't be seeing them tonight, but they are popular here at Seekonk Speedway. The roster of the Formula 4s is enormous. A lot of drivers, the predominant car being the Volkswagen Golf.
Right. One of the problems with the Formula 4s is that most of the competitive ones, you mentioned the Volkswagen Golf, they're front-wheel drive. Driving a front-wheel drive car as opposed to a rear-wheel drive vehicle here at Seekonk or any place else is unique. It's a lot different. Setting it up, how it feels when it's not handling well. If it's doing something, you'll find that the front-wheel drive, you've got to do something completely different to it. So you may learn how to make a Volkswagen Golf go fast, and then you don't know anything about making a Chevy Camaro or a Chevy pickup truck go fast. So that's the problem with the Formula 4.
And that's been a contentious point in all of racing, the entire industry, as a matter of fact, still going back and forth over the rear-wheel drive versus front-wheel drive.
Well, it's a real problem when you're here because you've got to, when you're talking entry-level classes, you've got to go to the junkyard basically,
right?
You know, or buy a used vehicle and build it into a race car or a truck, and that's difficult to do when you know, when there aren't too many rear-wheel drive vehicles out there anymore. That's one of the reasons that the small pickup trucks made sense for people, because they're all rear-wheel drive.
Right. And there's some brave fans on a chilly Saturday evening here at Seekonk Speedway. Overcast skies. It's unusually cool this late into the summer, but they're die-hard fans indeed. There you see our CBI technical man. These folks are here week after week. And we're glad you're here with us as well on Speedway Heats. Hopefully you're seeing us on Fox 64. If not, if perhaps you're at a friend or a relative's house and you're seeing it, if you don't have Fox, call your own cable company and find out when it'll be broadcast on your system. Getting ready to go green again. One more time around. Now we do have the green at the 4th turn stripe. And Soulier, there's your battle for first. Ray Soulier on the outside in the multicolored truck. Down the back straight he goes, way high. Taking the apex of the turn, a big, deep dip, Tom.
These, again, are the 2 points leaders this season at Seekonk Speedway. Ray Soulier takes the lead. He's also the points leader, so this is where you'd expect him to be. But Dave Darling isn't ready to concede the victory yet.
Ray Soulier doing a great job. Now they go single file. I mean, they are making contact, exchanging paint on their way down the front straight. A little more than drafting there. Darling now getting down on the inside. Whoa, Ray Soulier goes way down low. Again, trying to find that inside space, that inside groove of this track.
Well, at that point, Soulier still owned it. He still had position. Dave tried to duck inside and didn't really have the room to do it. But it looks like Dave Darling has a truck that works better to the inside.
And now they go again, single file, just about locked up. In the inside it goes. Darling trying, cannot get that door open. It's bumping and bruising all the way around this track, this 3rd mile oval at Seekonk Speedway. Great, exciting action for this race for first. Soulier hanging on with everything he's got. Again, he's in that multicolored 24, Darling in the 52. Drag race down the back straight. Ray Soulier turning a 16.1 second lap around this track. Boy, what a tremendous race as they head down the back.
These guys are doing the job right now, and Dave Darling, again, his truck seems to be working to the inside really well.
You see your starters to the left of your screen with 1 lap to go. The white flag means 1 lap to go. And now there's some distance between Darling right there, your leader, and Soulier right behind him as we look for the checkered flag. We've got the checkered flag. The winner tonight's sport truck feature race, Ray Soulier in the 24, your current point leader as well.
Dave Darling took the victory.
Dave Darling, excuse me. Excuse me, Dave Darling.
Yeah, Dave did a great job getting underneath Soulier and seemed to have the truck that was working the best tonight. I really think this is what's paying off for Dave. He's doing his homework as far as getting this truck to work. And again, there's great disparity in the way these trucks are set up, and there's not a lot of information that these guys can fall back on. It's not like the street stocks that have been the same way for years and years. These guys are figuring it out as they go along, and Dave Darling's doing a great job at figuring it out.
What's the point spread here now, Tom? A winner, what does a feature winner get in points in this division?
It drops by 2, so there's usually the way they do it is 50 points to the winner and then 48 for second, 46 for third. You're looking at a 10-point lead for Ray Soulier that basically was just cut to 8 because he just finished 2 points behind Dave Darling. So now we're looking at an 8-point differential.
And we talk about the points so much because at the end of the season, that's what it's all about. We saw a tremendous battle last year in the Pro Stock division when it came down to the wire with Rick Martin and Bobby Tripp. Both tied in points at the end of the season, and having to go down to who had the most feature wins as a championship. So there you go. Dave Darling in the 52, taking the feature tonight here at Seekonk Speedway in the sport trucks. Great job, Dave. Saying hello to his fans on the camera. Great job for Dave. Okay, we're going to take this opportunity for a quick break. Don't go away. There's a whole lot of action to come, including the legends. This is Speedway Heat.
Summer fun!
Get on the fast track to summer fun. Family track. Slick track. Kiddie track. NASCARs. New for 96 golf driving range. Plus bumper boats and more. Summer fun.
Seekonk Grand Prix!
Well, we're here with the Seekonk Sport Truck feature winner, Dave Darling. Dave, that was a great race.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Again, Ray Julia, I mean, he put up a hell of a fight. I didn't know if I'd get by him or not. I rubbed him a little bit. I didn't really want to get into him, but he left a big enough hole that I could just get in there, and I worked him a little bit, and I finally got him, and I'm glad I got him. He's tough to get by.
Yeah, you guys ran side by side for quite a few laps.
Yeah, I don't know how many it was, but I know he was out there for a while.
Do you feel really comfortable running with someone of Ray Julia's talent?
Yeah, he's not afraid to rub, and he considers it good, clean racing, and it's real fun running against him, and I know he's not going to take me out, and I hope he thinks I'm not going to take him out.
Well, it looked like it was a really good, clean, fast, and a real exciting race.
Yeah, it was for me. It was real exciting. I'd like to thank Everett for coming on board. They came on board 2 weeks ago, and last week I didn't have that good of luck. I got a little bit too aggressive. This week I won it for him. A&N Auto Body again for the job to do on the truck. Bristol Chevrolet for sponsoring me. Nats Racing Engine especially. I couldn't do it without him. He's power behind the motor.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks, appreciate it.
And back upstairs.
Here we are with the Pro Stock Division on Speedway Heat. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Pete Silva along with Tom Ring. John Ring is our track reporter tonight. ARC Pro Stock exclusive to Seekonk Speedway. And we're bringing you the racing action tonight. It's a great race indeed that we are looking forward to with the Elite Pro Stocks of Seekonk Speedway. They're making their way in parade fashion. There you see our assistant starter to the left, Steve Grant. Our chief starter, Ed Yerrington, getting ready to drop that green flag. The moment of truth. They are racing. The Pro Stock Division, Tom Scully in the 2 car, your current leader. The 87 of Mike Cavallaro behind Scully, and the 83 of James Whitehead, 1, 2, 3, as they make their way down around after the first completion of this 3rd mile oval.
Scully immediately going to work, trying to put some distance between himself and the rest of the field. Mike Cavallaro, this is a good position for both of these guys.
It's a tremendous rumble as they come down the front straight here at Seekonk Speedway in front of our broadcast tower. A great sight indeed. If you've never been to the races here at Seekonk, this alone is worth the price of admission. These Pro Stock drivers, I'll tell you, are as good as any of them. And as I say that, we got a wreck on the back straight, or just about the back straight. Wayne Newman in the 7 and the 96 car of Dave Hutchins get involved, facing off at each other just on turn 2. And this brings us to our first caution of the night here in the Pro Stocks.
Not surprising with these guys, because there's a lot of guys up the front of the pack tonight who haven't had a lot of experience running in the front of the pack.
We were talking about that just a little earlier, about the way these cars are handicapped in. Basically, the heats and the consolations get you into the race, and then once you're into the race, the lower the point standing cars, the lower point standing cars get into the front positions, which is sometimes a bit of a controversy.
It's interesting and exciting when they do it that way. You know, for short sprint races, that means you're looking at guys that you almost can guarantee you're going to make it into the feature race. The Rick Martins and the Coolahans of the world that are going to find themselves deep in the field as the race starts. So they got to do a lot of work to get to the front. And you also find a lot of guys that aren't usually running up at the front that are forced to try to hold some of these faster drivers back. And as we look at Lenny Ellison, the number 41, seen a little bit of sheet metal peeled away on that car tonight. There's a couple of cars in the field tonight like that. You will notice that a lot of drivers are working really hard. But Tom Scully, who's in the ex-Steve Channing Pro stock. Steve Channing currently doing some modified driving. Scully's a guy that I think, you know, we haven't seen him at the front of the pack a lot, but he's doing a pretty good job. Some of the other drivers, and no names will be mentioned, are gonna have to work really hard to stay there. And you just hope that they can accept the fact that if somebody really fast comes up on them, you know, hopefully they can hang in there and drive cleanly. You want to make the driver earn his chance around you, but
is there a starter in training there?
You certainly don't want to see any drivers drive over their heads. That's the point of training.
And now they're making their way around. Look at the body damage on that car. The 56, I believe, is...
yeah, that's Dave Bergman.
No front end on that car at all.
Well, he doesn't need a front end. He does a lot of modified driving himself. So now he's more comfortable in that car once the front fenders and hood are torn away.
Bergman, 22nd place in the point standing. You know, we were talking about Tom Scully just a little while ago. Tom ran for many years in the sportsman division here at Seekonk Speedway. First year for him in the pro stocks. Got themselves lined up and ready to go. Again, Steve Grant, the assistant starter here in the 97th season at Seekonk Speedway. So glad you're with us here at CBI Sports for Speedway Heats. Brought to you every Friday night at 11 on Fox 64 WNAC TV. If for some reason you don't get Fox 64 on your cable system, please call your own cable company. Find out when you can view Speedway Heats. Getting ready for green again as they make their way around slowly to that stripe on turn 4. The green flag flies. We're racing in the Pro Stock division.
Very nice and subtle job by Tom Scully there. Just a little bit to the outside, keeping Mike Cavallaro from having an opportunity to get around him.
Cavallaro got just a little bit loose, too, fading back a position. Now he battles it out for third. That is really where the fight is right now for third. 83 car of James Whitehead in second. Cavallaro now trying to make up a little bit of ground that he lost as he got loose. And we're getting a report. Yep, you saw it very briefly. The 7 car was up on the apron of turn 3 between 3 and 4. Wayne Newman. And we've got another, well, a couple of cars bunched up. We've got a car sideways. That's the 27 of Dan Gamache, bringing us under caution. You'll see it as our cameras pick it up right there in turn 2. So our second caution of the evening for the Pro Stocks. Gamache finds himself facing the wrong direction, doing a 360. Well, we're going to take this caution, take a little pause for the cause, introduce you to some of our fine sponsors. Please don't go away. This is Speedway Heat.
Hi, racing fans. The Viveris Insurance Agency welcomes all racing fans to call or stop by for comparison quote today on their insurance needs, specializing in automobile, homeowners, and business insurance. The locations are Fall River, Taunton, Somerset, and Rehoboth. The Viveris Insurance Agency will provide you with quality personal service. Call or stop by today. You will be pleasantly surprised.
Since one of the first things people notice about you is your smile, doesn't it make sense to have your teeth their whitest?
Rapid White's breakthrough formulation whitens teeth so fast, you'll see results in just days instead of months. Order now and enjoy this remarkable advancement in tooth whitening yourself. Then, if for any reason you don't love your new whiter teeth, simply return the system within 30 days and your credit card will never be charged. Only if you decide to keep Rapid White will your credit card be billed just $49.95. And to make sure you call right now, we'll include $30 worth of extras as an added bonus.
The Rapid White tooth whitening system for the smile you've always wanted.
Have your credit card ready and call the toll-free number on your screen to try Rapid White in this very special limited free trial offer. Don't waste your time hoping to see minor results from toothpaste. With Rapid White's advanced fast-acting formula, you'll see your teeth getting whiter in days, not months. For the smile you've always wanted, call and order your Rapid White tooth whitening system now.
we're here with Wayne Dion, the winner of the Pro Stock feature last week. Wayne, congratulations.
Oh, thanks a lot. We needed that after the first 2 weeks.
Well, tell us about the race.
Well, actually, it was pretty uneventful as far as I was concerned. We started towards the front. I took the lead real early, and then it was just strategy of just saving the tires, waiting for all the good guys to come from the back and challenge us. And as it turned out, the car was working well enough where once Dick Houlihan got up to be second and we had a bunch of restarts with him, I realized that no one was going to beat us because the car was that strong. So I was kind of conserving.
I had a good run by a couple other guys. Matt Dewey had a pretty good run.
Matt Dewey did an excellent job. He started on the pole, and same as the heat race, we ran with him in the heat race. We won the heat race, and he drove a nice, clean race, and I'm really thankful for that because, like I said, the last 2 weeks have been pretty tough, and it was nice to have a good finish.
Do you feel like this hopefully has turned your season around?
Well, we've been fast all year, so that was quite an accomplishment for all my guys. We worked pretty hard over the winter. And just to come here and know that you're fast, that makes you feel good right there. You can't, decide what's going to happen as far as other drivers, so you just never know what's going to happen.
Well, thanks a lot. We want to wish you a lot of luck this week.
Oh, thanks a lot. We need it. As you just saw, we got wrecked in the heat race. We had to run the Consi, so we'll be starting way at the back of the pack tonight.
We'll be keeping an eye on you.
All right, thanks a lot.
Let's throw it back upstairs.
Back with the Pro Stock division at Seekonk Speedway. Getting ready to go racing again after our second caution of the evening. We're green. Scully again in the 2 with your lead. In the 83 car, James Whitehead now being passed underneath. A great maneuver by the 87 of Mike Cavallaro to chase down Scully. Scully still, though, has himself about a car and a half length lead down the back straight. Cavallaro now has some room to move. There's a great battle between the 28 and the 27. The left front quarter of Todd Henshaw in that 28, heavily damaged. Scully turned to a 13.5-second lap, by the way, for the Pro Stock, which is about average for this division.
Pretty good off of a green, though, I'll tell you. He's doing a great job.
Great job. He's got clean air ahead of him. The fight now is for second place with the 02 of Matt Dewey. Matt Dewey, another one who's made a huge jump in divisions here in Seekonk. Came up from the street stocks.
Well, this is his second season in the Pro Stock. In the last couple of weeks, he's really been doing a great job. Came in third last week, and now currently he's battling for second. And he's just found the handling on this car and really learned how to make the Pro Stock work.
And I was just about to say, yeah, he's really doing a great job. He seems to have a little bit more car under him tonight, at least dialed in a little bit better than the Cavallaro 87. Cavallaro's getting a little bit loose every time that Dewey tries to make some sort of move on the outside.
Well, Mike Cavallaro, of course, he's a little bit overmatched sometimes financially here. Doesn't have the car of a lot of these other guys, so right now you got to give him a lot of credit.
And there you go. Dewey makes his move, gets down on the inside, dropping down to back straights.
Be interesting to see now Matt Dewey with some clean air between him and Tom Scully, whether he's going to be able to reel Scully in.
Dewey really making his presence known. So Scully is way ahead. Now there's a fight for third. Your battle for third now. Cavallaro, the 87. There's Vinny Anarumo in the 11 car. We're trying to get, we got smoke happening. Try to get word on that.
I believe that's 88
third just a moment ago.
Excuse me, I believe that's Bobby Tripp, who's come back from the New England Pro Stock Association Wars up in northern New England to try his hand at Seekonk again.
Alan McClure in the 66 in the fight for third. McClure has overtaken Cavallaro, the 87 in the Colony Ford. Oh, Wayne Dion and the number 99 in a spin, bringing us under a caution. Tough trip. And then we got word now that we got a shower of sparks on the back straight. We'll get find out a car number on that. But Wayne Dion in the 99 brings us under a caution with a spin. Don't know what motivated that one, but we'll find out for you soon enough.
Ron Nordbeck in the 47 also got a bit collected by Dion when he spun. This will make things interesting. We always look for these green flag, these restarts.
It's a cold evening too, Tom.
I think that's contributing to this, as well as some impatience. It's been a long schedule of racing tonight here at Seekonk.
It sure has. We're going going to try to get another replay of that, but Wayne Dion takes a spin.
Right now, Rich Capaco and Dave Bergman have reported to the pits.
It's a cold June evening here at Seekonk Speedway. It does make a difference for the drivers.
Now we got some of the faster drivers that kind of making their way to the front. And I think Alan McClure is certainly one of those guys. He's currently in third now. We're going to see a replay.
I think we're going to see the 14 right behind the 99 in the replay. There you go. Rick Martin in the 14 behind the 99. Hard to tell if there was any kind of a tap happening there. But Dion gets around. I don't know if there was a tap or not. Well, as we try to get more information for you, ladies and gentlemen, in the Pro Stock division here at Speedway Heat, we're going to take a quick break.
The stress of an auto accident is bad enough without worrying where to get your car's bodywork repaired. At Hollister Auto Body, we specialize in collision repair and expert color matching. We are consistently recommended by major insurance companies. Our services include free estimates, towing with our own truck, and rental car availability. Bring back your car's original showroom luster. Call Hollister Auto Body today, located on Route 6 in Seekonk.
Well, we're here with Matt Dewey, who finished third in the Pro Stock race last week. Matt, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How'd the race go for you?
Pretty good. We were hoping we put some new tires on for the feature, and we were hoping to get a little bit longer run. On the initial run, to be able to hold Wayne off because we knew he'd be the guy to challenge us on the outside as he did in the heat race. And fortunately, we didn't get to run enough laps to get the tires up to temp in order to hold him off. We made two laps, got a caution on lap 2, and I didn't have enough to hold him off. Once the race started progressing a little bit and we got the tires up temp, we were able to hang on with Dick Houlihan and Wayne Dion and get some good laps in.
They must be pretty pleased with this finish after last year was your first year in the Pro Stocks.
Oh yeah, we were all excited. Everybody's made everybody's week. I mean, I always knew we went up to Lee and we've run well up there. Never had a good finish, but we've always run well. And I think it was more for the guys working on the car, the crew. I mean, I have enough confidence in myself. Every now and then you need a run like that so you can prove it to yourself. But you know, otherwise you just, you're out there and you're just struggling. You're just struggling for some kind of proof that you can do it. And then finally you have a good run. Everything seems to gel. And last week was one of those weeks.
How you running this week?
We'll find out in feature time. Tough to tell in the heat. It was a little messy out there in the heat. So once we knew we were going to be qualified in the top 8, we just kind of hung back and tried to stay out of trouble. But I don't know, a couple of other guys out there I think had some better ideas.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a really rough heat race.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, we want to wish you a lot of luck this week.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, back upstairs.
It's the Pro Stocks here at Seekonk Speedway, about to come to your screen on the right side. The green flag flies here at Speedway Heat. Glad we're together, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a wreck now. A report of a wreck once again. We'll try to get it for you. We got a report that Wayne Dion was involved. The 00 of Rich Caparco, as you see right there, involved. And this is a tough break. Our spotters are saying that Wayne Dion on the 99 car caught up before the green flag, before a lap was even complete with Caparco on turn 4 on our restart. And Caparco is visibly upset in that Hollister Auto Body 00 Pro Stock. Getting out of the car, this is not a very usual move for any of these Pro Stock drivers. He is very, very upset.
Absolutely, but I'll tell you somebody else who's a little upset right now. Alan McClure made a brilliant move to the inside to take the lead, and he's going to lose that. When they line up again, because this was off of the green, they're going to put him back to third place. And I don't think Scully is going to give him that opportunity again. I think Scully really got kind of, McClure basically got the drop on him as we look at Wayne Dion right now. McClure made a great move to the inside, really fooled Scully, and it all goes wasted because he's going to have to line up in third again.
And there's Dion there. Yeah, we didn't even get a full lap out of that. Our 4th caution of the night, which well, sort of predicted here that it was going to be a caution-plagued race, considering the late night that you're here.
Rich Capaco has really been having a tough time so far. We look at Alan McClure now, but Rich Capaco's had a tough time this year, and I know he's pretty frustrated so far. This isn't going to help. But Alan McClure, boy, you know, you really got to get the drop on a guy to do that. Rich trying to hang in there. His car's going to go off on the hook, so his night is over. But you really, that's kind of, you know, Tom Scully's kind of more inexperienced at being on the pole like that. Alan did the, you know, we waited for the opportunity, took it, and you don't want to see what happened. You want to see him stay under green. He would have inherited the lead, or earned the lead, let's not say inherited.
There's Tripp in the 88. Bobby Tripp in that number 88 car. There's some brave fans braving the unseasonably cold weather here at Seekonk. Okay, well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to warm our little toes up here at Seekonk. Don't go away. This is Speedway Heat. When you're looking for wheels to make your car a showstopper, where can you go? When you want a particular tire to help your truck really grip on or off-road, where can you go? And when you need to have the right parts that help you blow the competition away at the racetrack, where can you go? You win.
Zeke's Custom Auto, Route 44, North Dighton, 508-252-4312. Speedway Heat giving you the racing fever? Get all the regional and national racing action every week with Speedway Scene. 50 issues of the most comprehensive coverage of New England auto racing delivered to your doorstep for only $40. Order your subscription today. Credit card customers order by calling 1-800-45-RACIN or send your check or money order to Speedway Scene, Val Publications, P.O. Box 300, Northeastern, Massachusetts, 02356. We're rejoining the race in progress here. It's the Pro Stock Division, and what a race it is for that lead. After the fourth caution, we have the 02 of Matt Dewey now fighting it out with the number 2 car of Tom Scully. Scully, savvy driver that he is, aggressive driver that he is, trying to hang on to that very important line at Seekonk. Down low in the turns, midway. Whoa, great camera shot there on the front straight.
Boy, it's Matt Dewey using the outside here, Pete. He's getting up like an Indy driver. He's right up against the wall when he crosses the midpoint of the straightaways. We've seen drivers using the outside line before, but actually Scully's pretty high himself, and so Dewey's track's about 3 times as long.
And there he goes.
He tapped the wall.
Trying to go a little too deep, a little too early, and he just lost his position completely. Now there's McClure in the 66, whose best point finish was I believe was 3rd in 1977. He's 11th coming into tonight's racing at the halfway point. And there's the fight right now between McClure and Scully. McClure in that red 66, Scully in the white number 2. A great battle. And now Dewey in the 02 is completely out of control, you see there, bringing us under a 5th caution.
Matt Dewey got outside, as we saw, and lost position, but had to remain on the outside, because when he came back in where the rest of the field was, there wasn't spot for him to get inside, and he just got into another driver and got a little bit out of shape.
And Dewey in the last few weeks here at Seekonk Speedway has really done a great job with his car. Always ending up in the top 5, but not a good job tonight as he goes off to the pits. And under caution we go one more time. Well, we're going to take a quick break while they realign these cars. Don't go away. The action is fast and furious. This is Speedway Heat.
Are you the type of person who enjoys working with your hands? I know I always have. Turn something you enjoy doing into a career at MTTI.
MTTI works directly with companies that hire graduates. Together, they create intensive programs that'll give you the skills you need for today's job market in 20 to 30 weeks. With a 90% placement rate, MTTI is the place careers start.
Life's so much more fun making a living doing something you enjoy. Call MTTI and get your career started today.
Just a few professional mechanics tools can cost a fortune, But today, you can try this professional 48-piece Metrons dual-purpose tool set with no obligation to buy. Each tool grabs metric nuts and bolts, standard nuts and bolts, even worn or damaged nuts and bolts. You'll discover Metrons tools are the highest quality, do at least twice the work of any wrench or socket you've ever used, or send the kit back within 30 days and your credit card will never be charged. But if you love the heft, feel, and function of these top-of-the-line tools, simply keep your Metrons set and your credit card will be charged just 5 payments of $25.95. And Metrons tools carry a lifetime replacement guarantee if any tool ever fails. Have your credit card ready and call the toll-free number on your screen to try Metrons tools in this special limited free trial. You've got nothing to lose to give these amazing dual-purpose tools a try. Remember, Metrons tools make a great gift. Prove to yourself that Metrons is the very best. Call the toll-free number and order right now.
We're back together again on Speedway Heat, CBI sports coverage of the auto racing at Seekonk Speedway. Back under green again, they go. With a caution-marred Pro Stock feature race here at Seekonk. Scully in the number 2, still battling the 66, and now we've got another wreck. My goodness, the 6th caution of the night for these cars, the elite division at Seekonk.
You look at it, well, we've been looking at a whole bunch of cars. This is the 47 of Ron Nordbach. That's in the 4th corner. This is in the 1st corner. That's the number 4 of Jeff McCure, the 56 of Dave Bergman, the number 8 of Henry Sirignano, and also involved in this was the 28 of Todd Henshaw. He got away, but with like big sheet metal damage here to add to what he's got already. Also, the reports are that Dan Gamache was involved in this, so we took out a lot of cars. If we get a chance, I would think that Todd Henshaw has probably already left the track.
One fell swoop, it all happened.
Looking into the 1st corner.
Nordbeck in the 47 out into the pits already. We're going to try to see the 56, the driver of the 56, out of his car. Back in again, Dave Bergman. Try to get that car restarted. Well, once again, under caution here at Seekonk Speedway for the Pro Stock division. Don't go away. We'll be back for the next green flag. You and I together right here at Speedway Heat.
Summer fun!
Get on a fast track to summer fun. Family track. Slick track. Kiddie track. NASCARs. New for 96 Golf Driving Range. Plus bumper boats and more. Summer fun.
Seekonk Grand Prix!
We're going to take a look at the Pro Stock standings here for the 97 season in the in Seekonk Speedway. Number 14 of Rick Martin, your not only your current leader, but the defending champion, Chad Chase, with 124 in the 46. Len Ellis in the 41 car, Dave Hutchins in the 96, and Dick Houlihan, Hooley, in the 1 car, rounding out the top 5. We're about to go green again here at Speedway Heats. With 6 cautions under our belts. We'll see. Will we be able to complete this race? 21 laps down, 19 laps to go. Scully in the white 2 car again being challenged heavily. Down on the inside, McClure on the outside of the 66. The 12 right behind Scully. Scully's a very aggressive driver as they go virtually 3 deep around turn 4.
Bobby Pellin couldn't make the move to the inside that time, but he gave a good shot at it. See, Rick Martin's up in the thick of things now, as well as Bobby Tripp.
Now there's a race to watch. Martin in the 14, Tripp in the red 88. 2 competitors.
What a crowd of drivers, excuse me, what a crowd of drivers behind Tom Scully at this point. Rick Martin, the 1488 is the Tripp vehicle, and behind them, the 11 of Vinny Inarumo.
That'll make you nervous.
All these champions, as well as 2 pretty tough drivers at Bobby Pellin and Alan McClure, snapping at the heels of Tom Scully.
But Scully is fending off the competitors. There we see more of Tripp and Martin. We'll try to get a shot at the racer first. There you go. McClure on the outside. Scully. There's Scully in the 2 car.
Alan McClure working real hard now. He's in the position that he didn't want to be in. He thought he had earned the lead, of course, earlier in this race, but now he's got to work to the outside. Bobby Pelland has done a good job of getting up here, and now in second, contesting for second. Scully holds them all off.
13.2 second lap for Tom Scully, that white number 2. McClure again in the 66. There's a real fight going on for second between McClure and Pelland.
This is incredible. The times keep going. These cars are going quicker and quicker. They really turn the wick up here.
Now look at this. McClure, trying to make a move to the outside. Almost gave an opportunity to Pelland to get down underneath Scully in the 2. Did not happen, though. Scully is really holding the line. 10 laps to go. 10 out of 40. There's Houlihan in the number 1 car. Nick Houlihan in the number 1 car. There's plenty yellow, but now we've got yellow. We've got a caution.
Jeff McCure in turn 1. The number 4 car, there's a look at him right there. Just got a little bit loose. Yeah, that was well off the pace here, so we can't tell you exactly what happened.
Bringing us under a 7th caution. My goodness, for the Pro Stocks.
We got our eyes on the leaders right now.
The leaders indeed.
This is a great battle.
What a great fight. Tom Scully holding off Bobby Pelland and Alan McClure. And we're going to get back to that fight with green flag action in just a little bit. Don't go away.
The stress of an auto accident is bad enough without worrying where to get your car's bodywork repaired. At Hollister Auto Body, we specialize in collision repair and expert color matching. We are consistently recommended by major insurance companies. Our services include free estimates, towing with our own truck, and rental car availability. Bring back your car's original showroom luster. Call Hollister Auto Body today, located on Route 6 in Seekonk.
Speedway heat, the green flag flies. The stock division in Seekonk Speedway. Tom Scully, your leader in the 2, has led all 30 laps here. But boy, oh boy, Tom Ring, he is being challenged very heavily by Pelland on the inside. Pelland really has a spot where he can really do some damage very quickly with less than 10 laps to go.
And Alan McClure on the outside has definitely got something happening here now. He's really challenging.
Now look at the talent in that, the first 3 rows, if you will. You've got Scully in the 2, McClure in the 66. Behind them, 12, Pelland. On the outside of Pelland is the 88 and Bobby Tripp. And on the inside of the 3rd row, all alone, is Rick Martin in the 14th, the defending points champion. My goodness.
Well, one thing you got to say about Tom Scully, no matter where he ends up at the end of this race, he's really acquitted himself well, and he's another driver who's now shown himself to be one of the top drivers here. And there's Dave Hutchins. That's in turn 3, entering turn 4, and the yellow comes out, as it must. That's a dangerous place for him to be.
Hutchins in the 96 brings out another caution.
These restarts have to be really nerve-wracking for these drivers at the front right now.
Cars, as you said earlier, Tom, are going actually quicker. 13.2 second 3rd mile lap for Scully in the number 2 again.
Alan McClure actually had a 13-second flat lap, so you got to figure he didn't get the lead on that one, and he's right up there with Scully. So on that lap, Scully was probably just about as fast.
Incredible amount of talent. I'll tell you what, if Scully holds off all that talent, he more than deserves the checkered flag tonight on this very, very cold, overcast night at Seekonk Speedway. Unseasonably cold. Brave fans indeed have come to watch the racing. Well,
he's going to have to earn it. There's a lot of guys there that have earned a few.
He certainly is. There's some of those brave, dedicated, loyal Seekonk Speedway fans right there. And hopefully you'll stay aboard with us too throughout the 1997 racing season right here on Speedway Heat. Don't go away.
In a medical emergency, Medic Alert speaks for you and can save your life. To learn more, call 1-800-ALERT-80.
Back to green again here at Speedway Heat. And once again, Tom Scully, as you saw, race by your screen, holding off Bobby Tripp now down on the inside. Now look at this. Tripp really making his move.
Yeah,
trying to push McClure out of the way.
He's the guy that got the jump on that one, getting by Bobby Pella. Now he's challenging.
And Tripp started in 18th position to find himself with less than 10 laps to go, fighting it out for second, and really in a great position to take the checkered flag. It all lies in the hands on the wheel of that number 2, chauffeured by Tom Scully.
Of course, they haven't run a lot of laps under green, and we were discussing this during the break. It's helped out all of these drivers because they've been able to save their tires.
Between that and the cool temperatures here at Seekonk tonight, McClure in the 66, though, holding his line. With 2 laps to go, can Tom Scully hold off some very, very fierce competition as they stare down the white flag? 1 lap to go. McClure in that 66 clocking in 12.9, breaking the 13-second mark. 1 lap to go for Tom Scully. Bobby Tripp right on his tail. McClure on the outside. Down the back straight they go, dipping deep into turn 4. Coming out of the turn 4, it's the checkered flag for Tom Scully in the number 2 Pro Stock car.
What a great job by Tom Scully. That was great to watch. He hung in there. He led the whole race, I believe, but it certainly was contested by some strong drivers here. And I know Alan McClure hasn't had that victory here yet at Seekonk Speedway, and would have loved to have gotten this one and made the move, and it kind of got wasted on him on that yellow, but he didn't make it count. It's as simple as that. Tom Scully was able to hold all these guys off, and definitely a lesson for him, and I know he's got to feel great not only for winning the race, but just for the fact that he was able to hold off a whole bunch of really fast guys.
It really is a deserved and sweet victory for Scully in that number 2. Coming into tonight's racing in 20th position in the points. He led all 40 laps in time with Dave Hutchins for the most laps led so far.
High cholesterol kills, but here's good news. The new food labels show you exact amounts of fat, and it's fat that raises your cholesterol. If the food's high in fat, don't buy it.
Well, we're here with Tom Scully, the Pro Stock feature winner who led from start to finish. Tom, that was a great race.
Thanks. Without my crew, I probably would have never done it. You know, I mean, you know, Steve Channon and Mike and Vinny, and well, we got 2 Vinnies, my son Tom, and you know, with all Universal Ambulance, Ronald J. Rasmini, Subway, Dunright Roofing, Herd Chevrolet, Bowling Green Tavern, A&A Auto Parts, Rhode Island Drive Shaft, Channon Limited, you know.
Guys got too many sponsors.
Yeah. Without these people, it wouldn't be possible to be here where we are now.
And so we wrap up another night of racing here at Speedway Heat at Seekonk Speedway. Tough breaks for the Pro Stock division, Tom.
Yeah, but for Tom Scully, it was certainly a great job, and I think Alan McClure is also happy overall, although he kind of lost his opportunity for the win. But you got to do it at the checkered flag, and Tom was the guy who did it tonight.
And he made it all the way. So congratulations to Tom Scully. Thanks a lot for joining us once again here at Speedway Heat. For John Ring, Tom Ring, I'm Pete Silva. Good night.